The Joe Rogan Experience.
I always tell my mom I'm living her what she would wanted to do had she not had 10 children.
10 children.
Yeah, good times.
Wow, isn't that
Keep it
crazy?
up, lady.
10 kids is so bonkers.
Who does that?
How about on the 9th one? You're like, one more.
Her worst pregnancy.
The 9th one?
The 9th one, longest delivery. My little brother Bobby. She said that's how lazy he was. He wouldn't come out. He's so lazy. She said he was hanging on for dear life. I'm like, why? And she said, because he's lazy.
It'd be an interesting study to have 10 kids and just to see like what makes them come out different. Because they're a fucking. This is one thing. Like having children, seeing them from babies, you realize like, oh, they're different right out of the box.
Yeah.
Like it has zero to do with like what you tell them. This is what you should do. Like a lot of them is just how they come from the factory.
Exactly. And you always think like, I know there's genetic stuff, like there's, you inherit stuff genetically, whatever. I'm pretending I know what I'm saying. And
epigenetics.
Yeah, but that's good. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway, I asked my mom to write this thing for me, like what she was going through with each kid, just to see if I can get it. Because we are all different, like in the craziest ways.
Oh, like in her life.
Yeah, like what was going on. And it is interesting because when it gets to my brother Charlie, like she was going through stuff with my dad and physically her whole body. She was pregnant. Her kidneys were failing. Ooh. And they had to literally move him to the side, operate on her kidneys, take it out, whatever, before it like killed the baby.
Oh my God.
And it was insane. Like she tells the story. I'm like, oh, what? How? Right?
Oh my
Why?
God.
And then she said they put it back, cleared her out. She was good. The kidneys didn't affect anything. And then they assumed Charlie was going to be stillborn. So the nurse came in and she was like real down. And the nurse goes, are you nervous you're going to lose this child? And she's like, is this your first? And my mom goes, no, this is my 6th. And she goes, you go right ahead and lose that baby.
Oh my God. The nurse said that?
It's a different time.
Oh my God.
Imagine if a nurse said that today. She'd be executed on the spot.
Humans were so different before social media.
Yeah, it was so cool.
What is that? Is it accountability? Is it that we're now influenced by so many different people? Is it like a lot of it is just more bullshit? Like people can't just say what they really think because they're just terrified they're going to get attacked by so many people, so you bullshit more?
Mm-hmm. And that lady was telling the truth.
Yeah, she was telling the truth.
That's all she did.
And she was, in a weird way, she was trying to encourage your mother to feel better. Like, hey, you've got 6 kids. You're going to be fine.
You're good. You can lose this one, right? She was just being serious. And by the way, Charlie's in his 50s. He's fine. He's just amazing. It's just, they didn't know a lot back then,
I don't know which one of your brothers I've met.
You've met Jimmy. I know that. And he tortures me. He's like, I want that car. I'm like,
which car?
He's a car guy, the Bronco.
Oh,
He's obsessed with the Bronco.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll come now. I'll take it. I'll just take it. I'm like, oh, God. I remember this one night at the comedy store.
Philly guys.
They're crazy. I don't know if you'll remember this because it was more like I was a nervous wreck. Jimmy was visiting. He he installed computers all over the country. So he would come to LA a lot. And he'd just pop in to the comedy store and we'd be like, oh, shit, my brother's here. So we're hanging out. We were all hanging out like in the... What is it called? Like the back?
Where the parking lot is?
Kind of, but like in the side, in the little.
Yeah.
So you're sitting on the ledge and Don Barris was saying crazy shit to me, right? And in a way Don does it. We love it. We love it. But I'm dying and he's saying like horrible shit, right? But we're crying, laughing. And then and Jimmy was like just taking it in. Like, what the fuck is this? And you looked at Don, and you go, Don, look at his calves. Rethink what you're saying. Because Jimmy has these ridiculous calves, and he's like Popeye.
And he was wearing shorts.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Jean shorts, I'm positive. He's an idiot.
But I was like, Don, you're about to get smashed.
Yeah, he's like, dude, calm down. And you're like, Don. And it just made me laugh so hard. Like every time I think of that. I wanted to transition when I was a kid, and my mom wouldn't let me. I begged. I think I was like 7 or 8. I wanted to be a male bodybuilder.
Really?
And my mom was
Imagine if that was around today and you lived in Santa Monica.
Oh, I would be halfway somewhere, at least, if I was a kid now. Yeah. I'd have one nut, maybe, half a tit. We'll see. But I'm saying, like, I begged. I told my mom I took a picture out of a male bodybuilder's magazine.
Wow.
I ripped it out and I was like, this is what I want. And my mom was like, the guy? Like, I was like, no, I want to be a male bodybuilder, and I didn't know transition. I just said I want to be a boy.
Oh,
and she was so mad because she had 4 boys in a row, and she begged for a little girl. And then I came out, and I'm like, what's up, motherfucker? You know, like.
How much of that what's up, motherfuckers, was affected by the fact that you have all those brothers?
Sure, just surrounded. I didn't know
it has
any
to
difference.
Be, right?
Yeah, of course. Because my little sister Edie she's not girly by any means, but she's not as butchy as I was. But she still played the sports and stuff and fought, whatever. But we were just surrounded. You know, the two of us, if we had dolls, they'd rip their heads off, you know. So I'd be like, oh, cool, it looks better. And then we'd color it in and just do dumb shit. So I don't remember girly stuff. I know my mom would beg me to do it or wear a dress. And then I played Rumble Fumble in my communion dress. She was pissed.
Well, just the amount of boy behavior, and you're trying to fit in, and you're the youngest.
Yeah. And then, well, not the youngest.
Well, at the time.
Yeah. And then I remember this boy saying to me, because I liked boys, but I was very boy-like.
How many older brothers do you have?
I have 5 older brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were born, you're born into a home with 5 boys.
Surrounded.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
That's the early developmental time where you're kind of like forming your view of the world.
Yeah. And if
like, you have no evidence that girls are even real.
Right.
For years. For years.
My
you're
sisters
like,
didn't talk to me.
Why am I not like these?
I had to share a room with my sisters, and my mom put this big like canopy bed in there, and it's a little tiny row home, and the middle room is like a glorified closet. And so she put this canopy bed in there. You could barely open the door. And then when I slept in there, I wet the bed for a long time, so they kicked me out.
Oh my
so
God.
I had to sleep in my brother's room. So there was 7 of us in the front room. I don't know why I'm pointing like it's over there, but you know what I'm saying? Like so I'm in the room with that, and that's all I know. That's it. So I'm doing everything they do. I'm playing football. I'm outside with a helmet. What? Is she slow? No, she's got a game. And you know what I mean? Like I was joking on the I did the Are You Garbage podcast with those guys. They're so funny. And I remembered a story because they were asking questions, and I remembered when I would play like handball or stickball, I'd take my shirt off and tuck it in the back of my pants and spit and everything. Like no shirt. Like and my mother saw me, "Geez, that's right," you know, but I was 8 or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But I didn't care. I was like, that's what they do.